Gee willikers. Here we go. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me okay? Can everyone hear me okay? Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You want beef with the king? What is you gonna do? What up, Shy Guy? What up, Courtney's? What up, Cool Cat? I'm okay. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, guys. We're traveling, of course. I missed you guys yesterday. We didn't get to go live yesterday, but that was because like things were crazy. Our flight was delayed twice. And then after the flight being delayed, we also, or we didn't get in until like 2 a.m. And then when we went to go pick up the rental car and everything, it was like all the rental cars were already like out or whatever. So there was like this whole thing. So they had to try to find us a car, and the car that we originally rented wasn't available. It was a lot happening. It was just a lot happening. And that's what it boiled down to. I'm gonna go ahead and get TikTok in here. I forgot to bring my mouse pad. And since I forgot to bring my mouse pad, like the way that the mouse is moving is making me a little bit annoyed, to say the least. A little bit annoyed. But I digress. Come on now. There we go. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right, guys. It looks like we are G to G across the board. Holy smokes. Man, almost I hope I didn't mess up stuff overall. Where are we? Okay. 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 Everyone hear me? Are we good overall? Of course, I messed up some stuff for like half a second. I just want to make sure we're good across the board. Are we good across the board? Can everyone hear me? Thumbs up. Thumbs up if everyone can hear me. Okay. No, it's not a new set. We're just traveling. We're literally just traveling. All right, guys. If you don't mind, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart. Me, it's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. If you're over on the TikToks, if you don't mind, do all the wonderful things, right? Send your daily heart. Me, knock out the daily gift goal. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Yeah. Right now, it's the little pink heart puffs. Just trying to readjust and get everything set. We're going to get going with some debates here in a moment. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Last but not least, if you'd like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. That being said, since we have everybody in here, let's kick this thing off right. Let's go.
Yeah, funny how it changed now. Same people that laughed at clips, studying the clips now. Everybody got opinions till the facts land. Everybody loud till they gotta take a stand. Every stream feel like somebody betting they pride. I seen fake scholars fold in real time. Now they screenshot takes, run around and remix it, and pull up thinking somehow they can fix it. Nah, you stepped in the wrong room, donut. This ain't rage bait, this pressure. Patriarchy, race, class, labor, healthcare. I don't do surface level, I peel layers. And every time they think they got me cornered, numbers go higher. Chat flyer mods working, crowd waiting. Somebody finna get cooked tonight. Welcome to the ring now. Yeah. You talk big till the facts come out. Slap nuts, sit down. Welcome to the ring now. Yeah. Got the whole chat screaming when the logic break down. Yeah. Welcome to the ring now. You ain't built for this smoke. Y'all slap nuts ain't got milk for these oats. Donuts, so pipe down. Yeah, you might drown. You don't want war with the king right now. I don't debate for applause, I debate for the record. Every false claim get dissected and severed. You rehearsed outrage, I studied the structure. Difference between noise and somebody with substance. You quote tweets, I quote policy. You want moments, I want honesty. You want ego boost and virality. I want mutual aid and stronger communities. That's the difference between you and me. See the problem? Different type timing. You came for clips, I came for alignment. Capital this, socialism that. Half these dudes can't define what they yelling in caps. Talking about free market while wages collapse. I watch your pivot arrive, I make it visible live. But this ain't never gonna be a place where evidence dies. You came all the way to be Santana for internet rep, while the whole chat waiting to see who got checked. Next, welcome to the ring now. Yeah. You talk big till the facts come out. Slap nuts, sit down. Welcome to the ring now. Yeah. Got the whole chat screaming when the logic break down. Yeah. Welcome to the ring now. You ain't built for this smoke. Y'all slap nuts ain't got milk for these oats. Donuts, pipe down. Pipe down. You might drown. You don't want war with the king right now. Yeah. Welcome to Sparring with Santana. Bring your sources or bring excuses, whatever. Doesn't really matter either way. You're about to get cooked. You should know who I am by now.
Hey. Whoa. Hey. Hey. Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am Santana. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart. Me, it's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Guys, yeah, there's some one in the request, and your account literally says minor. So I'm gonna go ahead and get you out of the request. Also, Quality OJ, you're in the request as well. Did you mean to hit the request button? I don't think you meant to hit the request button. I don't. Check that. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you are friendly, do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart. Me, it's only one coin. It will boost live and push us out to the FYP. Listen, I know the background says that the United States of America, we're a global joke. And while I do agree that we are a global joke, one thing that I can say for sure is that this morning things got a little less funny because last night, we're smoking on that ground pack. Listen, Ladybug, Lindsey Graham went to the upper room with Jesus. Yes. Lindsey Graham kicked the big one. And it's put the country in a little bit more of an interesting dynamic, more so in the sense that the actual balance of power when it comes to the Senate is even more unstable, right? Like it's a whole thing. And the thing that I've been screaming is, while we were expecting this from Mitch McConnell, right? I mean, we were all waiting for the Mitch McConnell announcement. We got a surprise announcement about Lindsey Graham, which that means we got a BOGO. We got a BOGO, guys. Buy one, get one free. We got a BOGO. So it's interesting. Yeah. Being someone who is from South Carolina, right? I have absolutely despised Lindsey Graham the entire time that he's been in office, right? Lindsey Graham has been someone who is openly, adamantly, and unapologetically not for South Carolinians. And it's interesting that people in South Carolina has continued to vote Lindsey Graham back in, while Lindsey Graham has openly and adamantly harmed South Carolinians, and hell, harmed Americans, right? So that being said, I don't feel bad. And I will say this as well, though. You guys may, for some reason, like before anyone starts pearl clutching, right? Because we know people on the right love to pearl clutch. They love pearl clutching. They love saying, "Well, you guys are da 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 da." Charlie Kirk da 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 da. But at the same time, they have all the shit to talk about anything that happens to anyone outside of the people that they, for some reason, love or care about, or whatever. TikTok Live Addict, you are in the request, but I don't think that you mean to be there. Check your requests, because I don't think that you mean to actually be in the request. Take a look at that for me. Take a look at that one for me. Damn it, I hate how this is moving. Let me try this. Okay, that's better. Somewhat better. All right. Anyway, what I was saying, before you guys start saying like, oh, this is the left. This is what you guys do. This is how you guys made fun of Charlie Kirk. You guys are the party of violence and da 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 da. Right? Because we know that's coming. We understand that's going to be the message that people are portraying, because I'm going to get these jokes off. Guys, please hear me when I say this. And you can take it whatever way you want, whatever way, shape, or form that you want to take it. If people want to, for some reason, think that, this is a bad thing or whatever, when it comes to what I'm saying, I'm going to get these jokes off. I am. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care if you think that we shouldn't talk bad about the dead. First and foremost, fuck Lindsey Graham. Just so we're clear. But before you guys on the right start to condemn me for my thoughts on Lindsey Graham, I just want you guys to remember what Donald Jimothy Trump, like, again, before you come at me and you start to even worry about any of the things that I'm saying, please remember your Cheeto in chief. This is his position when it comes to speaking ill of the dead. This is literally his position. Let me fix this here. This is literally his position when it comes to speaking ill of the dead. Donald Trump said after Robert Mueller passed away, he said, Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people. President Donald J. Trump. Right? That's what he said. That's what Donald Trump said after Robert Mueller was dead and gone. So I say all that to say I don't really give a fuck about anyone pearl clutching when you guys hear us talking about we're smoking on that gram pack, because we're smoking good. We light it up, especially if you're in South Carolina. Shout out to the 864, the 803, the 843. Shout out to the upstate. Shout out to the Midlands. Shout out to the Chuck. If you are in South Carolina, light it up today. Light it up today. Light it up today. Because fuck Lindsey Graham. Now, one reason why I say fuck Lindsey Graham is because Lindsey Graham, while being the senator of South Carolina, Lindsey Graham has never worried about South Carolinians. He has never ensured that South Carolinians were taken care of. He has never openly and adamantly made sure that South Carolinians were put first. Lindsey Graham has always been someone who has had one specific group in mind prior to the goodness, uplifting progression of South Carolinians. And that one group has always been Israel.
God bless you. But look, you know, I've been going all over South Carolina like most people. I hadn't slept much. But look what's going on in Israel. Our friends in Israel are surrounded by people that want to kill them, destroy them, a second Holocaust in the making. And Biden says, be proportional. What is the proportional response to people who want to kill you and your family? Gosh. They're running out of ammunition in Israel. We have to help our friends to keep the war over there from coming here. They're willing to.
Now, if anyone doesn't know what Lindsey Graham was talking about, that was after the hurricane that hit South Carolina most recently. And, you know, I'm a little bit bitter about that because that hurricane massively negatively impacted my family. Give me a second here, guys. The sound is going to shift for a second. Let me fix this. That's not where that should be. Where is that? There we go. There we go. Lindsey Graham has, that was after the hurricane hit South Carolina, right? And the hurricane was one that affected my family, right? Because again, my family lives in South Carolina, and this was recent. Like this was the last hurricane that hit South Carolina. And so I'm sorry when I say I don't really give a damn. Getting Lindsey Graham out of here is just good business. I don't know who packed him up. I don't know who packed him up. I didn't know Lindsey Graham was on pack watch, but I'm glad that he got packed up. I said what I said, because he has done nothing beneficial for the people of South Carolina, and he's done nothing beneficial for everyday Americans. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Someone was just in the request, but I guess it like dropped or whatever. I don't know. Okay. So with that being said, I didn't know Lindsey Graham was on pack watch, but you know, whatever. So of course, what's going to happen, and for people who don't know, South Carolina is ran by a governor, and the governor currently of South Carolina, I call him Governor Foghorn Leghorn, right? If anybody knows anything about Henry McMaster's, he is absolutely Governor Foghorn Leghorn. That's how I feel about him. I don't think he's a good governor at all. I mean, he was someone that he was preceded by Nikki Haley. There's a lot to say about that, but give me a second. Let's check here. Hi, Mark. Are
Hello.
you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Yes. I'm 20, and I disagree. Sorry, it's like I can't really see the background now. Okay, I can see it now.
Okay. If you need a moment,
Hmm.
I got a couple of people I can thank, and you can take a look and see if there's something specifically you want to talk about,
Yeah,
or we
but
can go in a different direction. So, W's in
can
the
I?
chat. W's in the chat, guys. For she sent a $2 donation saying, "Good afternoon, Santana. I'm listening to you while playing Ghost of Tsushima, having a blast." I know that's right. I got to get back to that game. W's in the chat for Adrian for the $10 donation saying, "I wish I could light up to celebrate, but I got hyper misses, so I'm allergic to that lovely Zod." Holy shit! I'm sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that, but don't worry, we'll roll up for you. We got you. We got your back, and we are smoking on that gram pack. Let's see here. Going over on YouTube. W's in the chat for Blue Baron for the $2 super chat to say, for the extra cooking you'll be doing today, today's debate. I know that's right. W's in the chat, Blue Baron. W's in chat for Phoenix Eyes for the $5 super chat to say, what a day to be alive. Can't say the same about Lindsay. Guys, let Lady Bros rest in peace. Whatever. Anyway, W's in the chat, guys. W's in the chat for all the donos. If anyone else like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat, and I will read that out. Keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 100,000 likes, guys. And can we knock out the chili peppers? I'm going to keep resetting these little one-cent gift goals to get us pushed out to the FYP. All right. So you said you are a Trump supporter. Did you find something in the background that you would like to debate, or would you like to tell me why you still support Donald Timothy Trump today?
First off, yeah, I do support him, but why are you making fun of Lindsey Graham? Like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, because I'm from South Carolina, and I mean this when
I
say
are?
this from my whole chest. Fuck Lindsey Graham. He has fucked over South Carolinians for a long time. He's been Israel first for a long time. He has not done anything beneficial for the people of South Carolina.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. So you're making
fun
of
to
me.
Not interrupt me after I'm answering your question?
Sure.
Okay. Anywho, I don't really give a fuck about Ladybug. Like I think talking about
so Santana, if something happened to you, how would you feel if someone made fun of you?
I wouldn't feel shit. I would be super dead. I would not care, Brody. If somebody made fun of me after I was dead, I wouldn't care because I would be dead. Anyway,
that's sad though. Making fun of a dead person, Santana, you have no soul, man.
It's not. I got jokes for days. Anyway, let's do this, Mark. Let me hit this quick introduction, and then we can get into the debate. All right, 1 second.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to the Santana Show. I'm your host, Santana.
Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am Santana, and guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We are only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart. Me, it's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. We are traveling today, and things are a little bit different, but we are bringing you the live the best that we can. So, guys, lock in and enjoy it. All right, Mark. You had a bunch of time. Is there something specific on the background that you would like to debate, or would you like to tell me how today, July 12th, 2026, you are still a supporter of Donald Timothy Trump?
Can I thank a person real quick?
No.
Liz, thank you for the $100.
I literally said no, and then you said random shit that means nothing. Are you here to debate, or are you here to like be
all right, yes, I'm ready.
All right, then what are you here to debate, or are you telling me why you support Trump?
Christians weaponize the Bible, why neolibertarian phalangism is the best political ideology. Which one should I choose? Santana? Neolibertarian phalangism is great, right? You like neolibertarian phalangism?
Which one you like, Santana? Stupid ass voice, and I'm blocking you. You fucking donut. These guys suck. They fucking suck. Anyway, W's in the chat for Jared for the $25 donation. Jared said, woke up crazy early to the news, immediately burst out laughing, then reached for my adult candy to celebrate. I know that's right. Listen, I was up. I was up because, again, it was, I had to, it was a long day yesterday. We were doing some stuff, and then I am back. I got like more stuff to do today. Dang it. Mods, is the mic going in and out? Mods, Roxy, I see you're here. Any of the mods? All right, give me a second. Okay. All right. That should be good now. Are we good now? Are we good now? Are we good? Mods? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Roxy. All right. Again, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. The thing that I was saying is, I saw the news last night after I got back in, and I immediately hit it in the threw it in the group chat, and we started getting jokes off like immediately. The jokes started flying immediately. One other thing that I'll tell you guys is I'm going big game MAGA hunting today, or should I say big game blagger hunting today. You'll see. Anyway, Dub's in the chat for Jared. Thank you so much for that $25 donation. Again, if anyone else like to support the live, you could do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. W's in the chat as well over on Twitch. Let's see here. W's in the chat over on Twitch for Cool Cat. Yeah, no, absolutely, Cool Cat. It was a little bit rough, but we're good. W's in the chat for Cool Cat for the one cheer bit. Yes, I know they're going to be weird. That's what they're going to do today. W's in the chat for Manders for the one cheered bit. Yeah, nope. Lindsey Graham is absolutely burning right now. W's in the chat for Cool Cat for the one cheered bit. Saw the post someone. Oh yeah, yep. No, absolutely. W's in chat for Kelly for the 5 cheer bits. Drop kick. Wait, drop kick in. I can't see that. I'm sorry, I can't see that. Holy smoke! Sorry, Kelly. I'll try to read that out shortly here. Again, I'm not on my regular setup, and so the screen is further back, and I don't have like an actual monitor for this, but I'll check it. Give me a second, Kelly. W's in the chat for Manders for the one cheer bit. Yeah, no, like fuck it. If these people are POSs, I'm not gonna feel bad for getting my laughs off when it comes to them. Sorry, I'm just not. And there's not gonna be anyone that's gonna make me feel bad about getting my laughs in when it comes to these absolute POSs. They're all fucking cowards, just like this coward right here. EJ4, like people who refuse to actually, stand on business. That's the weird part to me. Those people who actually like hide behind fake profile pictures. There's this person here, DB. It's just DBD. I'm sorry, DBD. Yeah, DBD. Definitely a fake profile picture. How much you guys want to bet that this person is just going to be weird, be a crash out, be like the Phalangus guy or some like in despicable shit? Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Oh, well. I think they chickened out. Again, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter. Here's another one, right? You guys are coming in here with your fucking your burner accounts. Go get your main account. I'm not talking to you asshats on fake accounts. Isn't this guy Zach? Like, what was the deal with this guy Zach? Does anybody remember what the deal was with this guy Zach? Did Zach crash out? What the fuck happened with Zach? Oh, Zach's 14. Zach, get the fuck out of my request. You're 14, dude. You're literally 14. Get out of here. Get out of here. Anyway, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Seems all you see, what is that? In the comment section, you'll see the bacons of kind. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you're not 18. Like, people already like pulled your cards. You're literally not 18. You're not 18. You cannot come back up here, Zach. Sorry, absolutely not. Get out of here. So I'll end this whole like rant about Lindsey Graham. Give evidence these nuts in your mouth, Zach. I don't have to give evidence of shit. You're not getting up here. Anyway, I'll end the entire rant with like what Donald Trump is utilizing this for, right? Let's not forget that Lindsey Graham was one of Donald Trump's staunchest supporters. Lindsey Graham was someone that Donald Trump actually leaned on in a multitude of ways, right? And while Lindsey Graham is someone who has always been a Trumper, Donald Trump responded to Lindsey Graham dying. And spoiler alert, the way that Donald Trump responded to Lindsey Graham is very, very similar to the way that he responded to Charlie Kirk dying. If you guys don't remember, after Charlie Kirk died, Donald Trump showed that it was more so about him, right? Not really giving a shit about. Yeah, I did see Cory Booker's response. No, fuck Cory Booker. I started watching Cory Booker's response, and I was like, you fucking. Noah, did that surprise you? Noah or anyone else that saw Cory Booker's response, did that surprise anyone? Fuck out of here, Cory Booker. I just Cory Booker makes my ass itch. Like literally. Cory Booker makes my ass itch. Anyway, the point that I was trying to get to is when Charlie Kirk died, Donald Trump, hit the mic. Donald Trump had a very much me type of response. Well, the response for Lindsey Graham dying was really Trump-centered as well.
He was, Mr. President, and I know that we are all just absorbing this news. We are all in shock. Can you tell us, Mr. President, how you received this news and your immediate gut reaction when you heard it?
So what makes it even stranger is that I got a call last night sometime at, the early evening, maybe in the 7s, and he called and he's...
What the hell happened?
He was, Mr. President, and I know that we are all just...
For some reason, it started over. All right, here it is. Now, one thing that I'll tell you, because I'm going to play two things for you. This was Donald Trump this morning on MSNBC. So keep that in mind. This one is MSNBC.
Absorbing this news, we are all in shock. Can you tell us, Mr. President, how you received this news and your immediate gut reaction when you heard it?
So what makes it even stranger is that I got a call last night sometime at, the early evening, maybe in the 7s, and he called and he
NBC.
said, we're all set for the Save America Act. He was pushing the Save America Act like crazy. He got back, said he just landed from Ukraine. I said, that's a long trip to make. He said, he sounded a little tired, but perfect, but a little bit tired. Had a right to be. And he was a worker. He was really a worker, but he sounded great actually. But he actually said he was tired, but he wanted to pass the Save America Act. And I said, well, we're going to get it done, Lindsay. We're going to get it done. I'll see you like soon. We thought maybe we might even meet today. Yeah. And then that was it. And that was, very around the time. It couldn't have been much longer. It could have been his last call. I don't know exactly, but I got a message about 1 o'clock in the morning from one of the people at his office that he had passed away. I said, I just can't believe it. He was like a member of the family to me. It's very tough, actually. It's amazing.
Mr. President.
He was.
I think Trump was.
So that was Donald Trump on NBC. I said MSNBC, sorry. It was on NBC. Now, keep in mind, that was this morning on NBC. Now, this is what Donald Trump said this morning on CNN.
Where he was really becoming strong was the Save America Act. He was really, and I think he was going to be there very, very strongly on the filibuster. He was against terminating the filibuster. And I think he was doing that because he said we have a budget coming up and we have debt ceiling coming up, and the Democrats will, they're deranged in many ways, and they're not going to be able to do it. So he was coming aboard, I think, for the filibuster, terminating the filibuster. But before we did that, he was a strong advocate for Save America. And that's what he called me about last time. I mean, I think of it. I spoke to him he had already landed. He was probably at his place. I don't know where he was, but I spoke to him, and then I got a call a few hours later saying, late in the evening at 2 o'clock in the morning, actually. But they found out about it, I think, about 8 o'clock, about his problem. But so it had to be something very quick because he was fine. Other than being tired, he was fine.
Yeah. So 2 different morning shows responding to the death of Lindsey Graham, who again is a staunch Trump supporter, staunch Trump ally, someone who has went to bat for Donald Trump so many times over and over and over and over and over. And when Donald Trump got the opportunity to talk about Lindsey Graham, what did he talk about? The Save America Act. Donald Trump wanted to push the idea that the Save Act needed to be done. Well, Donald Trump, the shit is less likely now because Lindsey Graham was absolutely in favor of passing the Save America Act. But that's one less vote you got. That's one less vote. Now, what I will say is, for anyone who doesn't know, the way that this actually works, that now that Lindsey Graham is dead, Governor Foghorn Leghorn Henry McMaster's gets. You know what? I'm sorry. You guys aren't going to get the joke if I don't do this. Give me a second. Okay, this is Henry McMaster's, the governor of South Carolina, the state that I'm from.
Thank you. Be seated, please. This is wonderful. What a great group. It's an honor to be in this place. Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen of the General Assembly, justices of the Supreme Court, my fellow South Carolinians. We are here tonight to address successes, challenges, and opportunities. But first, as in prior years, I'd like to recognize those in uniform whom we lost in the line of duty last year, 2025.
Okay, now this is Foghorn Leghorn, the Looney Tune characters, the giant rooster.
Now what, I say, what's the big idea bashing me on the noggin with a rolling pin?
Anyone's head, boy. That's a head. But that's a joke, boy. You missed it. Went right past you. You gotta keep on your toes. Toes, that is. The fast ones get right by you. Keep your ears open. Yappity, yappity, yap.
Okay, so that's why I call Henry McMaster's Governor Foghorn Leghorn. All right, you guys get it? You get it? You guys, are we locked in now? All right, perfect. I just wanted to make sure you guys didn't miss the joke. So, like I said, what happens from here is that he actually gets to appoint a temporary replacement for Lindsey Graham. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Yeah. Are you a democratic socialist?
I guess if you had to quantify my political idea, but that doesn't answer the question. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Yeah, I disagree with democratic socialism.
I don't care. That's not being a Trump supporter or disagreeing with anything on the background. Are you saying that you disagree with the point on the background that says Republicans slash Democrats, democratic socialists are up? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think democratic socialists are left enough. They still believe in reform.
I literally don't care what you think. I'm saying,
No?
are you here to debate a point, or do you want to hear yourself talk? Because if you want to hear yourself talk, you can go talk to yourself. But if you're here to debate, then I need you to pick a point that's on the background, or tell me why you support Trump.
All right, that's rough. Have a good night, I guess.
Yeah, fuck off. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Like I said, what'll happen from here is that Henry McMaster's now gets to appoint a senator to temporarily serve out Lindsey Graham's current, sentence, current cycle, which is until January, right? So he's going to be able to temporarily appoint someone to the position until January. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
I'd say I'm a Republican.
Okay.
So like,
do you support Trump, or do you want to
I support Trump more than I'm supporting some of the stuff that Democrat mayors and governors have been doing recently. Do I think Trump's completely baptized and isn't doing wrong? I definitely do. But some of the stuff that these Democrats are doing, how can you really support
it?
them?
You may be a little bit confused as far as what question I have. But let me try clarifying it one more time.
No, I said I'm.
Is there a point on the background? Is there a point on the background
okay.
that you want to debate, or do you specifically want to get into telling me why today, July 12th, 2026, you still support Donald Trump?
I mean, we could do either or, whatever. Because I did agree with. I disagree with some of the stuff, some of the topic points on the board.
Okay, I mean, whatever you want to do. If you want to tell me why you support Trump still today, or if you want to debate something,
I can say a little bit about like Trump. I don't think he's perfect by all means, but I will say the stuff that I heard about Madani doing with the Iran ambassador trying to set up a meeting, like that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Is it not though? What do you think about that? Like, what are your stance on that?
I don't give a fuck. I haven't heard about it.
You don't care that one of your people in your party are like trying to like meet with Iran's ambassador?
No, I've literally said no. Like, I'm a little confused as far as like what no means to you.
No way. Are you like trolling? You have to be trolling.
I don't give a fuck about Zoran Mandani trying to set up a meeting with the ambassador.
He's an American.
I don't
care.
We're
at war with them.
I don't
Tell me why you don't care.
I need you to stop talking while I'm talking if you want me to answer your question.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care about that because, one, I don't know anything about it. I would love to look it up and verify it. But two, that has nothing to do with the reason that we are here today. And we are here to debate either why you still support Trump or a specific point on the background.
Well, in
Zoran
my main
Mandani,
message,
I'm still speaking.
that goes
Still
off of it.
speaking.
Oh, you're
Zoran,
still speaking?
yes, Zoran Mandani.
That's a long speech.
If you interrupt me again, I'm going to take it as a concession. I'm just going to kick you.
I know. I just thought you made one topic, and I was going to reply to that.
If you interrupt me again, I'm going to take it as a concession and just kick you. I don't care about some hypothetical situation with Zoran Mandani. I'm here to either debate. Hey, W's in the chat for Tina. Thank you for the media shower. I'm here to debate why you still support Donald Trump today, or a specific point on the background and the logic behind, well, I support Trump because Zoran Mandani is trying to meet with someone in Iran. That's not an actual defeater of the argument. So again,
wait, how could that not be? Wait, 1 second. Can I answer? Because I did let you talk. Can I answer that little bit you just said right there?
Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. I don't know if they think that I'm joking or whatever the case may be, but literally I would rather talk to my chat than talk to you guys. If you can't have self-control and impulse control, like, there's no point of us actually doing this. And if you can't follow directions, there's no point of us doing this. I'm a little confused as far as what you think is happening here. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly and like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Someone over on YouTube said you let him talk for 3 seconds. Rachel 348, I gave him the floor to actually tell me what he was looking to debate, and then he asked me a question. So if he wanted to talk, he should have actually fucking answered the question instead of giving me another question. Anyway, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. Hi, are you a Trump supporter? Thank you so much for the fireworks. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? What's the name? Designs. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Okay. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Only request up if you were a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. You said you were talking. I couldn't hear you. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but if you're saying you're talking, no one can hear you. People are so fucking weird. Fuck out of here, you lonely basement dweller. How about that? How about that? Check these nuts in your mouth. Until I check your DM. Why would I check your DM, loser? Anyway, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. So, like I was saying, what's going to happen here is Henry McMaster gets an opportunity to appoint someone temporarily into the Senate position. Now, the interesting dynamic that's occurring, right, is that with Henry McMaster's, of course, South Carolina being a Republican-led state, that seat being held by Lindsey Graham and Republicans prior to that, he's absolutely going to replace Lindsey Graham temporarily with another Republican. But he has 5 weeks to call a special election, right? The interesting thing about the special election is that the special election kind of coincides with the elections that are set to happen in October. So that's going to be super interesting as well. Now, there's been some conversations about who will be appointed and also who will actually run for that seat. But I think more than anything, it puts the Senate more in play. And I think it gives Dr. Andrews more of an opportunity to win South Carolina. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Lori, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything in the background? Okay. I think that was an accident. JC says Santana is a racist communist. You don't know how race nor racism works. You don't know what communism is. And also, JC, you're too much of a coward to request up and debate me. So I've muted you for the entire live. Get in the box. Get in the box. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Oh, that person didn't load. Yep, got you blocked before you could get out of here. Oh my God, they're just so weird. That's geez. Joe, why are they so weird?
I don't know, man. Maybe it's Sunday. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's it's your people somewhat, but it's also a bunch of kids. Like
Wait, what?
Yeah, Trump supporters. Those are your people.
Well, I have a prediction really quickly about the Lindsey Graham seat. It will be filled by a Republican because he was such a beloved in his state.
He really
and
wasn't.
he did a great job, and he
really
was.
wasn't.
And he held his tenure a long time.
Joe?
I'm from Mississippi.
Now ask me where I'm from.
But he held his tenure a long time.
Joe, ask me where I'm from.
Where are you from?
South Carolina.
Okay. Well, obviously you're not for him. I mean, weren't you kind of making jokes about his demise and stuff?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm high stepping into the end zone. Lindsey Graham was not beloved in the state. Now, he was able to actually get electoral power, but he wasn't beloved. Even the people that voted for him didn't really like him. But, he was willing to do the things that was necessary for the people who benefited from it. So it wasn't a thing of him being beloved. That statement's inaccurate.
Well, I felt that he spoke well, and he was eloquent and lucid about the terms, the things that he believed in for the state that he was in, and for his overall conservatism. So yeah.
Oh, okay, Joe, check this out.
So
do you know
people
about
people like candor?
Sure, the big storm that hit South Carolina not too long ago, the hurricanes that ripped through South Carolina, North Carolina, and this was prior to Trump being reelected. This was in 2024 or whatever. But it was a huge deal in South Carolina because people were without power. FEMA was there. FEMA was there. The roof on my grandpa's house got ripped off, and my family they were still there. They were telling me it was taking hours just to get gas from the gas station. People were actually harming each other over gas and food because things were so bad. Do you remember that?
Vaguely, but it sounds eerily similar to the things that occurred over here in Mississippi. After Hurricane Katrina.
This is what Lindsey Graham said while South Carolina was going through all of that in 2024 with the hurricane. This is what Lindsey Graham. This was his position when talking about South Carolina and that hurricane in the state that they were in. And you tell me if he put the people of South Carolina first.
God bless you. But I've been going all over South Carolina like most people. I hadn't slept much. But look what's going on in Israel. Our friends in Israel are surrounded by people that want to kill them, destroy them, a second Holocaust in the making. And Biden says, be proportional. What is the proportional response to people who want to kill you and your family? Gosh. They're running out of ammunition in Israel. We have to help our friends to keep the war over there from coming here. The world is...
So, Joe, when having the opportunity to talk about what was going on in South Carolina, and he just FYI, he was talking to Sean Hannity, and Sean Hannity was talking about like how bad things are in South Carolina and what should be done. Instead of Lindsey Graham talking to Sean Hannity on Fox News, talking from the position of a Republican, instead of him actually talking about South Carolina, he only wanted to talk about what was going on in Israel.
Well, I didn't hear all of the context, I don't believe, but I think that he was, I can only assume that he was, he felt that the people in South Carolina were going to be taken care of for sure.
But they
weren't. I think that, usually after a storm like that, the supplies and all that are slow, because there's so much that needs to be had. But they're usually forthcoming, man.
But
so, I can only surmise. I can't.
There was a whole process and all this other stuff. But like, why wouldn't the senator of that state be more focused and worried about the people of that state more so than what's happening in Israel?
I can't answer that. I can't speak into the operations of somebody's mind. Okay. But I can. I mean,
that's a fair statement. That's a fair statement, Joe. But what I'm saying, though, is you made the assumption that he was someone who was beloved by the people of South Carolina, and he, in his policies, focused on South Carolina, but he very much didn't. He very much didn't, and that was one of the reasons why, even when this past primary, he was really scared and worried that he was going to end up losing his seat. Because
did he win
it's something. Yeah, he did. He won his primary.
Oh, okay.
He won his primary, but he was.
Well, there's only
really,
one
really
way to measure political candidacy, and that's by wins. So
yeah, I'm just telling you the actual candor that he was speaking with when talking about this re-election. Like this this is not me making this up. This is literally him saying that he was worried that he was going to lose his seat, which he didn't.
I mean, I heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
But the point that I'm trying to get across is, Joe, like even Lindsey Graham knew that he wasn't doing anything beneficial for South Carolinians, which speaks to the overall policies of the Republican Party. They don't do things that benefit everyday Americans. They do things that benefit themselves. They look to enrich themselves. They look to actually pass money back and forth between them and Israel, but they don't care about the American people. But that's the Republican Party.
Well, and I think that, like they say, all politics is local. I think that it's indicative of what's going to happen to your surprise at the midterms, that people are going back to a more conventional way of thinking.
Oh, you're
just wrong. Fantasy.
You're wrong, Joe.
Oh, yeah, you'll see.
Joe, have you been seeing what's been happening around the country?
You should be seeing by all of the things that the Democrats are having to do to maintain some sort of semblance of feigned superiority.
Joe,
because it's not superiority at all
around the country.
Y'all are guilting people.
Joe,
I'm just telling you, it's not real. What you're seeing ain't
around
real.
The country. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What I'm saying isn't real. All right, let's talk about what's been happening around the country, Joe. Since this isn't real, don't worry, I got you.
It ain't.
Now, since Donald Trump won the election in 2024, this is what's happened. Every single margin in every single election has shifted about 2/3 from Republican to Democrat. Democrats have netted 40 seats. That means when you take a look at the wins, the losses, and you can switch back and forth as far as flipping and all this other stuff, the Democrats have netted 40 seats, right? And when you talk about the actual progress they've made, the Democrats have won seats in heavily reliant Trump areas, including New York Senate District 22, which Donald Trump won that area by 77.9%, and that flipped blue. Ohio Senate 35, Trump won that 60.8%, that flipped blue. Texas Senate District 9, Trump won that 58.8%, that flipped blue. And then also we can talk about in Florida House seat District 87. Do you know what's so special about Florida House seat District 87?
Florida's a very large state, especially. I mean,
sure, I agree. But do you know what's special about Florida House seat District 87?
No.
That's where Mar-a-Lago is. That's literally where Donald Trump's home base is. That actual seat used to be Republican and is now a Democratic held seat, right? You could talk about the fact.
So why aren't these Democrats changing things for the better already?
Oh, because again, these are all special election and local elections, and they are. We see the progress being made around the country, but we're not talking about the actual midterms just yet, right? But what I'm telling you is, even when it comes to the midterms, this was prior to Lindsey Graham, right? 38 House members were Republican House members are not seeking re-election. 38. Do you know what the split is in the House?
No, I don't.
217 to 212.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah. So 5-seat difference. But there's 36 people that were Republicans just like, nah, I'm good. Right? 36 people. And the Republicans only had a 5-seat lead. That's bad news. Now, Joe, this is even worse. We know for a fact that when people become senators, they stay senators and they just, to Lindsey Graham's point, die in office, right? Now, the actual split in the Senate is, 53 to 47? 53 to 47? 6 senators all said they're not seeking re-election. 6 Republican senators said, nope, not coming back, which is massive. Now, if you add on top the fact that Lindsey Graham just died, that's 7 Senate seats that are up. So, Joe, last but not least, when you take a look at what's been happening across the board, including in places like New York with Zohran Mamdani, the mayoral race in LA, the actual House race in Colorado, Democratic socialists are absolutely mopping the floor with everyone. And that's because the ideology of progression is something that's sweeping the nation. 68%, this is from a Pew Research Center study that was completed. 68% of Americans all say that everyone across the country in all 50 states should have access to legal abortion. 66% says that there should be some form of government covered health coverage. And 86% of all Americans, this came from a dataprogress.org poll, said 86% of Americans said there needs to be an increase to the federal minimum wage. And even 66% of independents approved that it at least needs to be bumped up to $9. So the point that I'm trying to make, Joe, is not only are you seeing a massive shift in the electorate since Donald Trump was actually put in office, but you've seen the fact that people are swinging even further left now. And I'm a little confused as far as what you're talking about when you say, oh, Democrats are fooling themselves. Joe, it sounds like you might be fooling yourself.
No. Okay. The reality comes in November, I think, and we'll be able to see exactly, engage what exactly has happened.
Okay, so none of the stuff that I said matters.
Well, I'm a person who believes in results, and I just asked you, well, why aren't things changing?
I literally just gave you results.
Verbatim, you said you spoke about November.
No, okay, I'm talking about on a national level.
We're still waiting.
No, I'm talking about on a national level. Yeah. But Joe, did I not just give you results?
Well, I personally think that it's wishful thinking. We'll see.
How is that wishful thinking? Tell me, I gave you empirics, Joe. I gave you actual cold hard facts and evidence. I gave you election results. I gave you things that hadn't happened. Did you know that Miami?
So if the numbers are there,
wait 1 second, Joe. Did you know that Miami
swaying to your side,
Joe?
Sir?
Did you know that Miami?
Like
Joe, did you know that Miami elected their first Democratic mayor for the first time in 30 years? Did you know that?
It's nothing but Israelis down there, which is, I don't know. I thought they were all Democrats anyway. But anyway,
Florida is heavily red. You know that. Florida has a super majority. Well, no longer. They had a super majority, but now their super majority has been broken up because people are voting Democrat. Joe, it feels like you're just not engaging with any of the things that I'm saying because you don't want to actually see reality. It just seems like cognitive dissonance.
We'll see what the reality is in November. I personally think that the news media and everybody else is fooling you all somehow.
How?
But we'll see.
Joe, if I gave you actual numbers, how are we being fooled?
Because as of today, in light of the things that you did this morning, which I thought was crass, tasteless, and soulless. Okay, well, it is what it is.
Smoking on that brown pack, light it up.
There you go. That's weird right there, bro.
It's not.
That's weird.
It's
yeah.
Not. It's
you should have some decorum about yourself.
Opinion, but like I hear you. I hear you, but I have no remorse of talking about people who've been overwhelmingly harmful. Specifically, people who have been overwhelmingly harmful to like the American people and people that I care about, even more specifically, directly to the people of South Carolina, my family, people that I love. Like I'd say this with all personal feelings and malice. Fuck Lindsey Graham. But also, you think that I should have some type of malice, or I'm sorry, I should have some type of class, right, Joe?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
What's that say, Joe? What's that say on the screen right now?
You're not an 80-year-old man.
Oh, so
and you're definitely not the president.
Wait. It's cool when he do it, but it's a problem when I do it.
Man, 80 years old, people gonna say what they want to say.
But Joe, it's cool when he do it, and it's a problem when I do it.
No, don't get on. Let me clear that up. It wasn't cool. It wasn't cool. It was crass and tasteless as well.
Okay.
All right.
I just want to make sure because I'm just following.
But you got your life ahead of you.
I'm just following. I'm just following
you're not
the
getting
lead
older,
of our
you
president.
leaving here.
Hey,
after 80 years old, you're not getting older, you leaving here.
You know what? He didn't post this when he was 80. This was before he was 80.
79. Oh,
so
okay. Tomato.
Oh, so now you shifting the goalposts.
No, man. No. At 80 years old, things that can happen to you will be much more uneventful than somebody who's in their 30s.
Wait, so are you saying that at 80 years old, like we should have some type of leeway or they should get special treatment because they're old? I'm a little confused what you're talking about.
Yeah, kind of. You should kind of be like, Paw tripping.
Oh, okay. So
if you're 80,
then like you get excused because Paw tripping. I mean,
yeah.
I guess that's why to be fair, Joe, I guess that's why at a certain age, like we take away Paw's car keys and we say like you can't drive because like, sometimes.
Correct.
Yeah. Hey,
that's correct.
Joe, if you know all that, then why would you still support and vote for a 80-year-old man that you know that he's quote unquote tripping, but you would take his car keys away, but you would give him the nuclear code, Joe? Joe, you just admitted to saying that you would take away the car keys, but you would let him have the nukes. Joe,
what I spoke of was in regards of temperament about things. That's what we were speaking about. What
I was speaking about was the fact that Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America, literally had no remorse for someone dying, and you were trying to hold me to a standard that you don't even hold the president of the United States of America to. But then when I said that he should be held to that standard, you tried to excuse it for his age, and then said that, well, people who are older, we know, like, hey, they trip, we got to take away the keys. You agreed to that, but then you are backpedaling now when I pointed out that you gave him access to the nuclear codes. Joe, you have double standards.
He was voted in. He's in. He's the president.
You have double standards.
He's the president.
You have double standards.
However.
Okay, so wait, he's the president. You just said that, Joe. He's the president. Condemn Donald Trump.
Why?
Because of this. He's the president. Condemn Donald Trump.
I don't condemn you, but I told you.
No. You just said he's the president. He's the president, right? He holds the highest office in the United States of America. He is literally the most powerful man on earth. Condemn him for saying this, Joe.
Because look, here's another reality.
Okay.
In my life, it's anecdotal, but I'm around wealthy old white men all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to the terms of their money, they are the most petty, childish, and vindictive people you ever want to fucking see.
And what does that have to do with the president of the United States of America?
I'm saying that's par for the course for men like him.
Joe, what does
Man,
that
I've
have to do
seen
with the
this.
president? Shouldn't the president
It
of the
has a
United
lot
States
to
of
do
America
with
be
it
above
because
that?
they all like that.
Shouldn't the
They all
president,
like
the
that.
president of the United States of America, be above that, Joe?
I don't know. I know so many that's like that.
Joe,
It's just like that, man. Petty. I'm talking about be ready to fight each other and all that.
Biden wasn't
Can't
like
hardly
that.
walk ready to fight.
Biden wasn't petty like that.
She.
How was Biden petty
Yes,
like
he
that?
was. He was petty like that, man. I'm gonna say this about Biden.
How was
Biden told
like
the best. Biden told the best political joke I've ever heard.
How was
thus
Biden
far
petty
in my
like
life.
that? I don't care about a political joke. How was he petty?
Well,
like you're saying that Trump was.
When he was running for president, I think the first time, he said, Rudy Giuliani, all he knows is a noun, a verb, and 9/11. I thought that was funny. But anyway, they're all like that, man. Bar
Joe,
none.
it feels like you are living in a world where reality doesn't actually apply. You're living in a world where you are willing to give double standards and excuse. Like you're living in a world that is very much a safe space. And I'm a little bit confused, Joe, because you and I have talked many a times, and you don't seem like the type of person that would hide in like a safe space. But that's literally what you're retreating to today, Joe. That's weird. You've never given me the thought that you are someone that is just willing to hide in your safe space, but it seems like you're regressing, Joe.
Regressing?
Yeah.
To what?
To someone who is just like a MAGA mindset, someone who is a droid, someone who just uplifts and believes the things, the MAGA ideology with no type of logic. Like, Joe, I laid out in front of you the actual track record of general and special elections and polls and information ever since Donald Trump has been in office. Everything has pointed towards a massive negative trend for the Republican Party. Even more so, Donald Trump is trying to rig the midterms and the 2028 presidential election through voter suppression and trying to get the postmaster general to not deliver the actual mail-in ballots, right? The Supreme Court even had to rule on it. They're still trying to make sure that there's no fair and free elections because they know that they won't win. Like Donald Trump has openly out of his mouth admitted that he knows that they won't win. But Joe, you're like not engaging in any of this.
Like I said, I believe in outcomes, and I think the total outcome will be in November.
Okay, so then why didn't you address the outcomes of the Democrats netting 30 new seats?
Because I hadn't seen anything change for you all. Shouldn't the momentum you have be greater now? Things? Well, it takes people to be elected in office, right? Isn't that the drum you've been beating?
Yeah. So what happens? Okay. What happens when, because you understand these elections have happened in places like Florida, in your hometown, Mississippi, I mean, not hometown, home state, Mississippi, places like Ohio, these actual special elections, these victories have happened in ruby red areas. So Joe, if these are happening in ruby red areas, who still controls the actual area, even though these general election and special elections have been won?
Well, they're controlled by Republicans. So
okay. So if the Republicans control that, Joe,
victories are moot, are the victories moot or no?
No. What I'm saying is that the people are speaking, and when there is an opportunity to choose between Republicans and Democrats, the people are picking Democrats now, and that's a negative trend for the Republican Party.
Okay. But obviously, they're going to have some more components for it to be effective.
Yeah.
If they're still in red.
You're absolutely right. But that's what the midterm elections are for, Joe. That's why Donald Trump is shaking in his boot and screaming that, hey, did you know the bipartisan piece of legislation? You know, Joe, you know shit don't happen bipartisanly, right? You know, to get both the left and the right to agree on something, like that's not a normal
Here's another thing.
Right?
After this term, Donald Trump's political career
why are
is
you
over.
running, Joe? Why are you running from me? Joe, you
Donald
understand
Trump's political career is over after this.
You understand that getting some piece of legislation passed bipartisanly is a hard thing, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now you understand even more than getting something passed bipartisanly getting something passed through this legislation that is Republican led and Republican ran. This legislation has passed less legislation than any other house in the history of our country. And so to get a bipartisan piece of legislation through the House and the Senate with this majority, with Mike Johnson, this is like a miraculous thing, right, Joe?
Okay, yeah, I'll go with that.
The piece of legislation for housing affordability passed through the House, the Senate in a bipartisan nature, meaning both Republicans and the Democrats both said together, hey, prices are too high. We need to do something to help the American people. We need to alleviate some of the pressures that are being caused for the American people when it comes to affordability. And it passed the House, it passed the Senate. It's the Republicans, Democrats, all of them championing together, lifting it up, and they passed it to Donald Trump. And you know what Donald Trump said?
He wasn't going to pass it. He wasn't going to sign it.
He's not signing that until they pass the Save America Act, because he's worried and he's concerned about the midterm elections, because he knows that if he doesn't rig it, he's fucking cooked, Joe. He's fucking cooked.
Why would he rig it and he can't run again? Who he's gonna rig
the
it?
Midterm. What happens if he loses the House, Joe?
I don't know. He just lost the House. They're not doing legislation anyway.
Investigations. If he loses the House, the Democrats will have investigation powers. Holy smokes! Which will give them the opportunity to look into Donald Trump's all of his proceedings. Donald Trump has made a mint billions of dollars cryptocurrency. There's been a lot of shit that has happened under this Trump administration, second term, that has been unfettered corruption. But there has been no recourse because the House has not investigated anything. Hell, as a matter of fact, the multiple investigations into Donald Trump and his associates have all been shut down, like literally all shut down. But if they get the power back in the House, they get to investigate. They get to impeach
and spend Americans' money.
Now, hold on.
Prove nothing, but to make all these accusations.
Joe,
the Democrats have been proven.
Joe. We talked about the Senate, right?
Illegitimate.
We talked about the Senate, and the split is 53 to 47 in the Senate, right?
Yes, that doesn't make
now
you guilty.
But now there's 7 seats up for grab.
The numbers don't make you guilty.
Joe, there's 7 seats up for grab. The Democrats have a very real shot at taking the House and the Senate. Joe, what happens if the Democrats take the House and the Senate at the midterms?
As usual, and it's going on now. I'm kind of sick of all this litigiousness. But they're going to take over the television, radio, and everything with all of these things, trying to prove Donald Trump's guilt about something. That's all that they're going to do.
That's not true.
But that's all that. But, man, without proof, you can't be proven guilty.
Joe,
that's all.
Joe. Donald Trump was impeached twice in his first term.
Do you know what an impeachment is?
I do. I'm not finished with what I'm saying. I'm not finished with what I'm saying. I'm not finished with my statement. He was impeached twice, but he was never removed. Why, Joe?
Because he wasn't guilty.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Because the Senate.
So do you think they wouldn't put him out of office? Why?
Because the Senate decided not to
take it easy on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. Who held the Senate at that time?
It doesn't matter.
Who held the Senate at that time?
It doesn't matter. There wasn't enough evidence to remove him from office.
Joe, answer the question.
Because here's where the leniency.
Joe, if it doesn't matter, then why are you running from the actual answer?
You find them guilty.
Joe, if it doesn't matter, Joe, if it doesn't,
not going to remove you.
Joe, if it doesn't matter, why are you running from the answer?
Why hasn't that statement been
Joe,
made?
If it does not, Joe, if it doesn't matter,
you don't know everything,
Joe,
man.
If it doesn't matter, why are you running from the answer?
I'm telling you the answer.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're literally running from it. The reason
was
why
he found guilty?
The reason why is because the Republicans held the Senate. That's the question was, who held the Senate? And you wouldn't answer that question. I got you. Don't worry.
They couldn't stop the impeachment.
The Republicans held the Senate.
They couldn't stop the impeachment.
So, Joe, because that's not what the Senate does.
But they stopped the results of the impeachment. Man,
Wait,
stop, man.
hold on.
You're
Joe.
brainwashed, man.
Joe.
You're brainwashed.
Who has the ability to impeach?
The Senate and Congress does.
No, Joe. No. You don't know how things work.
He was impeached.
Only the House has the ability to bring articles of impeachment. The House was led by Democrats. Only the House.
So why?
Joe, I'm going to explain this to you because you don't know. I got you. Only the House has the ability to bring articles of impeachment, and only the Senate has the ability to vote to remove. Two different chambers, two different responsibilities for one total action. So the point that I'm making is the first time when Donald Trump was actually impeached, he was impeached in the House. They sent the impeachment to the Senate, and the Senate that was ran by Republicans made the decision not to remove. Now, Joe, the reason why we brought this up is because the midterm elections, Donald Trump has openly and adamantly been saying that if they lose, people are going to jail. And it's even more so now, because the difference is not only is it likely that the Democrats are taking the House, there's a real chance that Democrats will take the Senate. So the difference between Donald Trump's first term and possibly the rest of Donald Trump's second term is that if the Democrats take both the House and the Senate, not only can they and will they impeach him, investigate him and the people within his cabinet, but they can remove him if they hold the Senate. Joe, do you see why Donald Trump is trying to force this Save America Act through, even though it's going to disenfranchise millions of Americans?
I think that with that, you're only speculating the reasons why, but that's fine. I can't see why you can't answer, was he found guilty of these charges? Because he was not.
Yeah, I already answered that question. I said he wasn't removed.
What is an impeachment? Tell me what an impeachment is.
Yeah, an impeachment is actual articles brought forth by the House stating that there was some type of improper doing and there's a recommendation to be removed.
Okay, impeachment is an accusation. Just to make it short and sweet.
No. It's not.
An impeachment is an accusation.
No, it's not, Joe. No, it's not. An impeachment is not an accusation. No, it's not.
A conviction,
no, it's not.
Sir.
An impeachment is not an accusation. An impeachment is saying there is evidence of wrongdoing, and we are submitting this evidence of wrongdoing to see if it reaches the level. No, it's not, Joe. No, it is not. It is not an accusation.
You're wrong.
Prove it, Joe.
I know what I'm talking about.
Prove it.
All right. Hold on.
While Joe does that, I'm going to thank a couple of people because what the fuck? Zoe, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Zoe, I'll check that. Thank you for the two. W's in the chat for Jared for the $25 donation. Saying Graham passed Democrats. We missed our beloved friend Trump. Okay, what's for lunch? Like literally, Trump doesn't give a shit, but we're supposed to give a shit. W's in the chat for Melissa for the one. Yeah, they will always champion people who are like not Americans. It's so fucking weird, Melissa. Thank you for the one. Debbie's in the chat for Tracy for the $25 donation. Let's fucking go, Tracy. Thank you. Tracy with the $25 donation said, thanks for making SE proud, Santana. I always love to hear our stupid governor call Foghorn Leghorn. Only sad thing is that Lady G death is now we don't get to enjoy him losing the seat in November. Like that's true. Get to see him losing the seat to Dr. Andrews and in November. Like I completely agree with that. Fucking facts. W's in the chat for Danielle for the $1 donation. Oh yeah, I listen. A lot of people woke up happy to the news. Not gonna hold you. Fucking W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Ken for the $25 donation. Said fuck Lindsey Graham. Facts. Thank you so much for the 25 and doubling down on what I said. W's in the chat for Anthony for the one. Yeah, I think Joe might actually like that. Anthony, not gonna.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go.
One second. W's in the chat for Kabira. Hey, Kabira sent a $25 donation. Said Joe is cooked. He is.
They don't care if you wrong or not.
W's in the chat.
They don't care.
W's in the chat for Michael for the $5 donation saying, yeah, like they listen. I always say, what color are the shoes? Because the way that they tap dance is super interesting. Over on YouTube, W's in the chat for Joel for the $5 super chat. Let me move this over here so I can see this better. Sorry. W's in the chat for Joel for the $5 super chat to say, for context, there's only 50 Republicans in the Senate in person to vote. Mitch is a potato. So Trump has no legislation path before the midterms. Facts. Followed by another $5 super chat to say, add on top that Murkowski and Collins are iffy. Cassidy hates Trump. Rand Paul is independent minded. Tom Tillis hates Trump. Now it's over. It is. Followed by another $2 super chat. Yeah, I think Dr. Andrews is going to win too. Deb's in the chat for Lord Tamayoshi for the $20 super chat. They say, do you think that Adam Bashir... Wait, hold on. Do you think Adam Bashir should put in a Democratic... Yes, a Democratic Kentucky senator with Mitch McConnell. Listen, okay, Dr. Tamayoshi, listen. This is what I think. And this is just like a conspiracy. This is why I think the news for what's happening with Mitch McConnell is taking so long, is because, like I said, the actual governor with Henry McMaster is going to be able to appoint the actual senator that is taking Lindsey Graham's spot temporarily. Well, the governor of Kentucky is a Democrat, Andy Bashir, and he gets to appoint a senator as well if Mitch has bid it. And he's definitely going to appoint a Democratic senator. So that's going to put them even more in jeopardy. So that's a whole thing. But he actually, for people who didn't see, he sent a notice over to Mitch McConnell requesting an immediate status update because they're saying that they're worried. People of Kentucky are worried. If they don't reply, like there's something going on. And last but not least, guys, W's in the chat for Matthew for the $10 super chat to say a member of his staff was meeting with you're talking about Mandani earlier. Yeah, a member of his staff was meeting with Iran UN ambassador while the UN was in NYC, as far as I know. Yeah, the reason why what the guy was saying earlier was stupid is because he literally kept saying ambassador. We have ambassadors to Iran. So, like, the guy didn't have anything. He was just, like, grasping at straws. W's in chat for all the donuts, guys. If anyone else like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat, and I will read that out. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 300,000 likes. Also, look up at the top. If you see the word follow, hit that follow button. We're on our way to 200,000 followers. We got 68 new followers on the stream so far. Guys, hit that follow button. Let's get up to 200,000 followers. Turn on notifications so you know when I go live. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter, disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. All right, Joe, floor is yours. What you got? Joe, you're muted.
Yeah, you ready?
Yep.
Is an impeachment an accusation?
Yes, impeachment is a formal accusation, a charge of misconduct against a public official. It's similar to an indictment in the criminal justice system.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm right, as usual.
As
usual. Why your vapid, silly, brainwashed audience?
Joe,
says all that dumb shit.
You said all it was an accusation.
Is an accusation. That's
Joe,
all
stop,
it is.
Stop. No, it's not. No, it's not.
I'm accusing you of something.
What did your actual fucking AI just say? First and foremost, that's not a source. But what did it just say, Joe?
An impeachment is a formal accusation.
What's the difference between a quote unquote formal accusation and just an accusation?
It's something that's documented.
No. God damn it, Joe. So,
man, y'all crazy. Listen, Santana, I'm right.
First and foremost, you're wrong.
Go ahead and take that L, buddy.
Okay, 1 second here.
Okay.
See, this is how you get a source. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Go to the supercomputer. I'm not mad. Go to the supercomputer. You good?
Yeah, like Joe, you sitting here randomly talking to like fucking Alexa or whatever does not account to what a source is, and you didn't even process what you didn't even process what it said to you. That's fine.
You're right, Santana. You don't know everything.
You know what? I don't. But I do know what an impeachment is. All right.
Okay, it's something he done wrote.
No. This isn't anything that I wrote. What we're going to do is go to congress.gov, Joe. See, this is how you get an actual source. This is how you actually back up a claim, Joe.
Will an apology be forthcoming?
No, it won't, Joe. Because you don't understand things, Joe. I got you. Don't even worry about it.
I shouldn't get one if I'm wrong.
Don't even worry about it,
I
Joe.
shouldn't get one if I'm wrong.
Sure. 1 second. Let's do this. We're gonna do it like this.
It ain't gonna give you an answer you want, sir. Okay, thank you.
What are you talking about?
I'm just making a joke, man.
And just to verify, you said an impeachment is an accusation, right?
Yes. And everybody in the chat, eat your heart out. Type "eat your heart out" in the chat. Yes, I'm correct. Your fearless leader here ain't gonna tell you though.
No, Joe. All right, so we're gonna go to congress.gov, right?
Okay, I thought you was there.
Yeah, no, I'm pulling up two things. Two things. We're gonna go to congress.gov.
Somebody else need to go back to school in the chat, whoever you are. But I'm cool though. They you know, they getting on me. You know how they are, your minions. You know what they do.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean. All right, so let's see here. All right, we're gonna pull up Merriam-Webster. All right, let me make this a little smaller.
Okay.
Now this is from the premise of wrongdoing, right? So let me get this on the screen.
What is that your source?
No, I'm telling you, like
that's
this
the
is
source.
No, I'm saying this is the definition.
Yeah, absolutely. It's from a legal perspective. Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So let's see. Let's get this over here, and then let's.
Come on, man, get along with it. Kids have been born faster than this.
Whatever, Joe. Dang it.
I think you should be looking for impeachment.
No, I got this. Okay, so
and
this
the
is the
definition
accusation
of impeachment.
Right?
We're looking for the definition of impeachment.
Hold on 1 second, Joe. Don't worry, I got you.
He already lost,
Joe,
y'all
don't
can apologize
run.
for him.
Joe,
no, I'm not running. You.
I just muted you because you're trying to talk over me. So this is the accusation. Accusation is a charge of wrongdoing, right? That's what Merriam-Webster says about an actual accusation. Now, let's take a look at what an impeachment is under the guise of the United States Constitution and under the roles and responsibilities and how impeachments work. So now let me get this back on the screen and then go here. And then I'm going to make this larger. All right, Joe. The Constitution grants authority to impeach and remove the president, vice president, and other federal civic officers for treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. Impeachment is one of the various checks and balances created by the Constitution, a critical tool for holding government officers accountable for violations of the law and abuse of power. Hey, Joe, what's the difference now in an impeachment and an accusation? Joe, you're muted. Come off mute. Joe, you know how to come off mute. Why are you staying muted?
No, I was trying to get off of it.
So we just
Santana,
read what the definition. Hold on, we just read the definition of impeachment. I mean, of
impeachment has to
accusation.
do with a political realm. That's obvious, but they're just an accusation, sir. I'm correct. You can't. Now maybe your little minions you can trick, but I understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
So you said it's just an accusation.
But
you said it's just an accusation. I just read the summary. I just read the summary from Congress.gov. Now, what does it say right here, right below it? Responsibility and authority to determine whether.
I know that. But it's an accusation.
Wait.
Nonetheless.
Wait, Joe. The responsibility and authority to determine whether to impeach an individual rests in the hands of the House of Representatives.
Yes, that's what makes it formal.
An accusation.
It is a formal accusation.
An accusation. An accusation is different than an impeachment because there's steps that occurs before a president is formally impeached, Joe. There's articles of impeachment. There's articles of impeachment that are brought forward, which is the evidence.
Correct.
There's articles of an impeachment that are brought forward, and then they make a determination based off of those articles of impeachment whether to impeach or not to impeach. When they make the decision to impeach, that means they have formally gone through the articles, which is the evidence, and determine that yes, it meets the actual treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. So you sitting here saying that an impeachment is just an accusation is categorically wrong.
It is a formal accusation that's done in the realm of politics.
Impeachment is a determination that there has been a violation.
A conviction is a determination.
No.
Right,
Joe,
man.
what does this say right here?
Go ahead.
What does this say right here?
All right, man.
What does this say right here? This is from Congress.gov, Joe. What does this say?
Sir.
Joe, read what's on the screen right here.
Whether it's 3 sentences more than what I said.
Joe, what does it say?
It is a formal accusation, just the same.
Joe.
I'm not just going to keep going back and forth about it, man. I know what I'm talking about.
What does Merriam-Webster say an accusation is?
An accusation is, I forgot what you put up.
It's right there. Right, it's on the screen.
I can't see it, man.
A charge of wrongdoing.
Okay. That's not what an impeachment is?
No.
They're not charging the president with doing wrong? No.
A charge of wrongdoing means that there has been wrongdoing. They're saying that, yes, this person has done something wrong. That's what a charge means with a charge of wrongdoing. That means, Joe, you did something wrong.
An impeachment and an indictment are first cousins. I'm gonna go, man. I can't keep going back and forth with you. Go ahead. You're gonna run your blood pressure up.
If you want to use that analogy.
Okay. I mean,
hold on. I got you. Wait. I'm gonna stick to your actual example, Joe. Articles of impeachment and an indictment are cousins.
Yes.
An impeachment and an actual conviction are first cousins.
No,
removal. Listen to me. Removal and sentencing are first cousins. There's multiple parts and steps within the judicial system, and there's multiple steps within an impeachment process. There's the accusation, which are the actual articles of impeachment. There's the trial, where you actually see the evidence and verify if the evidence meets the level of treason, bribery, or high crimes. And then there is the removal, which is done by the Senate, which is the sentencing. So, Joe, an impeachment is not an accusation. An impeachment is a complete investigation into bribery, treason, and high crimes. And they made the decision that Donald Trump twice met the requirements for impeachment and then sent it to the Senate for removal. And the Senate made the decision not to remove him. Just like Donald Trump was found guilty. Just like Donald Trump was found guilty for 34 felonies,
No.
But the actual judge made the decision during the sentencing. The judge made the decision to not put him in jail. He's still guilty. He just didn't serve time for it.
Santana, what has to happen before you're removed?
What has to happen before you remove? You have to go through.
But what has to happen before a president is removed from? Okay, thank you. You have to be accused first, sir. It is an accusation. I don't understand how you don't get that, but it's kind of showing up.
It's not an accusation. Joe, what's the articles of impeachment? Joe, what are the articles of impeachment?
The articles of impeachment are whatever things they are accusing him of.
So that's the accusation, Joe.
I'm telling you, an impeachment is an accusation.
No, it's not. Man. You can't say cannot say the articles of impeachment and impeachment. Joe,
you're not getting it.
Joe, are you saying the articles of impeachment and impeachment are the same thing?
The articles of impeachment is the content of the reasons why you're being impeached. Are you saying that
the articles of impeachment and impeachment are the same thing?
They run hand in hand. You have to have articles
saying that the articles of impeachment and impeachment are the same thing? You can run, Joe. You can run. You can run, Joe. You can run, but you're wrong. You're literally running. You're literally running because you're wrong. You're literally running. You're literally running because you're wrong. You said there.
You lost, Santana.
No, it's you. I pulled up facts, and even the AI, even your Alexa told you were wrong.
Oh man,
you just don't understand.
Hey man, have a
your
great
own
time.
Alexa told you were wrong, and I pulled up Congress.gov, and he fucking ran. You're cooked. He's fucking cooked. Fucking cooked. What are we doing? Holy smokes. That is wild. That is wild. Holy smokes. Got it. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you. It's the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. W's in the chat for Darius for the $3 donation. Yeah, like he doesn't know how AI works at all, Darius. Like that's the thing. He does not know how AI works at all. W's in the chat as well over on Twitch for, let's see, let me get caught up on this. Where are we? Holy smokes. On Twitch, W's in the chat for Heavenly for the one gifted Twitch subscription. W's in the chat for S-Kells for the 300 bits. Let's go. We're on a hype train. W's in the chat for Patty for the 100 cheered bits. W's in the chat for S-Kells for the 200 bits. W's in the chat for One Mighty Pen for sending out 2 community subs. We're still on a hype train. W's in the chat for Cool Cat for the 100 cheer bits. Say, I don't know why people get into. You say I don't know why people get into us when, or I don't know if you're trying to say us or US when people say ish like that. I'm a little confused, but W's in chat. Thank you for that. W's in the chat as well for Manders for the 1 cheered bit. Yeah, he was just hateful. Absolutely. W's in the chat for Cool Cat for the 1 cheered bit. Yeah, it was cognitive dissonance. Like he just didn't want to engage. W's in chat for Manders for the 1 cheered bit. He would not concede. He literally wouldn't. W's in chat for Kelly for the 1 cheered bit. Yeah, like I brought him Congress.gov, but he wanted to talk about like the AI that he didn't even understand. W's in the chat as well for Courtney's for the 1 cheered bit. He's definitely the real Sleepy Joe. And last but not least, W's in the chat for Kathy, Cool Cat for the 1 cheered bit. Yeah, they cry over like Charlie Kirk, but then like don't hold Donald Trump to that same standard. Like not at all. And guys, fucking W's in the chat for Jared for another $25 donation. Holy shit. Jared sent a $25 donation, said, Joe makes me think that when Trump finally passes, they'll act like he never even existed. You know what? That's diabolical. but holy fuck, they might actually do that. Holy fuck, they might actually do that. Holy shit. W's in the chat for all the donuts, guys. If anyone else like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat, and I will read that out. Keep tapping the screen, guys. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 300,000 likes. Come on, guys. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. I disagree with the socialism is superior to capitalism.
Okay.
Just historically, that's just not even like true, even just in historical context.
Okay. So just to verify,
we can start at the top. We can start at the top. I mean, capitalism in itself rewards innovation, like risk taking, and that's effectively done through private property, profit motives, and competition. All right. So socialism, okay, often struggles with innovation and like misallocates like resources, and that's due to lack of price signals and incentives.
Hey, just one second, just 1 second, just FYI. I am taking notes, but I don't know if you know who I am or how I do things here, but if you, with the claims that you're making, I am going to request like empirics to back up the things that you're saying. So I just want to be fair and let you know before I actually, you get to go through all of it. I'm just taking notes on everything that you're saying, but I am going to request empirics to back up those things. But I'm sorry, continue.
So this is just through like just historical context, right? This is through like
no, I didn't get to give anything. Like you immediately went into it. You didn't ask my position.
So I'm just telling you where this, and then I'm giving you an example where socialism falls flat in these areas that I just said. So
okay. I mean, but I'm still gonna need empirics. Like just because you're saying that you're saying this in general doesn't mean that that's gonna fly.
So do you want to learn about this or no?
Oh no, because you can't teach me on this.
Okay, yeah. So the Soviet Union, Marxist China, Venezuela, initial gains followed by stagnation or collapse. Okay. So in other words, like China only became more successful when they started incorporating capitalistic ideas, right? So again, capitalism just aligns better with personal, liability. People can choose careers, start businesses, move, and keep most of what they earn. Socialism often requires heavy state control over the economy, which historically expands into political and personal control. Now, I'll give you an example. That includes speech, movement, and property. See USSR, like obviously USSR, Cuba, North Korea, Venezuela, under Maduro. They all regulated speech and property and these things, right? So from an empirical track record as well, like mixed economies, US, Eastern Europe, East Asia, higher average living standards, okay? So like what I'm saying is like capitalist societies have a higher standard of living versus like socialism, like Soviet Union collapsed in 1991. And like I said, China grew rapidly after including.
You're just repeating the things that you said. I don't need you to repeat the same thing. Is there anything else that you want to add to your actual context?
It all falls in line.
No, I'm literally telling you that I'm taking notes on the stuff that you're saying, and I don't need you to repeat the same thing. Is there anything new else that you want to add before I start responding to anything that you've said?
Well, I'm just saying that this is shown to be more productive when it comes to.
You've already made that statement again. Is there anything new that you would like to say, or should I go ahead and start responding? I'm taking notes. I don't need you to repeat the same things that you've already said.
Okay, so 1 second. One more point. Also, too, you're a black man, right?
Bro, make your points.
Well, the point is, capitalism has produced the most black billionaires than any other system in the world. Like there are more black billionaires in America than anywhere else in the world. Like socialism just does not produce any wealth. And I can bring up like several examples of like prominent black billionaires if you want. Like
I don't care. I don't care about that. Is there any other points that you want to? I wrote down black billionaires. Sure. I wrote down black billionaires. Is there anything else that you want to add before I start addressing this stuff?
Well, I mean, we can talk about.
No, I don't want you to
incentive
shift to
within the
another
right.
topic. I'm saying I've been writing down all the stuff that you said about capitalism and socialism. And I'm saying, is there anything else that you want to add to this point before I address it? I don't want you to shift to something else.
Okay, well, one other point. Socialism, okay, the collective good, as you will, without strong personal rewards, this often does lead to like free riding, shortages, and black markets. And again, just not good. So I just think capitalism is not perfect, but it's superior over socialism in every way, in my opinion. And history proves that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the things that I wrote down that you stated, you said that capitalism rewards risk taking. You mentioned that socialism didn't work because look at China, look at the USSR. You said that there's better personal liability within capitalism. You said the socialism requires state control. You said a mixed economy yields higher living standards. You said that there's more black billionaires created by capitalism. And then you said without a strong personal award system, it leads to black markets.
And shortages and free riding.
Okay.
Like people just like getting government subsidies, and they just are lazy and don't really produce shit to society.
Yep. All right. So perfect. I listened to all the stuff that you said. Yeah, I mean, like you said, a bunch of nothing. Let's start with the top to bottom. First and foremost, just to make sure, because you didn't even say like, hey, why did you say that? You just immediately went in and started talking about like a bunch of random shit. So I want to take the opposite approach, and I just want to double check with you to make sure we're speaking the same language. You do understand that there's a difference between socialist politics, meaning like policies that lean into social safety nets, and then true socialism, which runs in parallel with communism, right?
Well, yes, what you're talking about is an integration of socialist programs into the capitalist economy. Right?
Yes.
So you're talking about like Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, and you're talking about those.
Sure.
Yeah. Again,
okay,
those
perfect.
are,
that's why I said I just want to make sure. It's fine. I don't need you to run into it. I just want to make sure that you knew the difference. That's it.
Yeah. So I'm talking from a historical context of like.
Yeah, I know. I don't like. That was just a straight, simple question. I just need to make sure that you knew the difference.
But yeah, let's talk about those welfare programs.
The first point that I want to talk to is the reward risk taking. So the premise that capitalism actually rewards risk taking is just an absolute fallacy, right? The overarching issue that I have with capitalism is that capitalism is based off of exploitation. And exploitation in a multitude of ways, whether it's people, whether it's resources, whether it's intellectual property. It requires exploitation where the actual benefits of capitalism is consolidated in the higher levels. And the majority of people not only do not benefit from capitalism, but while pumping into capitalism often are negatively impacted in a multitude of ways due to capitalism. So I want to start with the United States of America. Can we agree that the United States of America is the richest country on earth?
Yes.
Okay. And we can agree that we live in a capitalistic society.
Yes.
Okay. And we can agree that while the United States of America is the richest country on earth, we also have the highest GDP as well, correct?
I'm not sure about our GDP, but
yes, we have the largest GDP on earth.
Okay, well,
okay, perfect.
So that's good.
The premise of capitalism, where we are able to make more and more and more as far as acquire wealth as a nation, should be indicative to everyone within the nation doing well, but it's not. The United States of America, out of all modern countries, has the largest wealth disparities than any other capitalistic nation. And the United States of America is the only nation, G7 nation, that has a negative trend towards the standard of living for their people, meaning that even though we live in a country that is overwhelmingly wealthy, we have more people that are falling into poverty. The poverty line has shifted and started to increase. We have more people that meet substandard livings within our society, even though we live on the richest planet on earth. So can we start there with squaring that circle? Why is it, if capitalism is supposed to reward people and actually be able to create a society that benefits all, why is it that we, with the largest GDP and the richest country on earth, has such great disparities and our poverty is increasing?
Well, that's easy, because our government has been captured by a bunch of bureaucrats who are hell-bent on selling our country out to other nations, for one. So we overspend as a nation in general, right? So we're like $40 trillion in debt. Well, that makes the cost of living go up. It makes the poverty go up. And it shows that our government is failing the people, right? So capitalism will work just fine as long as we don't have an inflated freaking bureaucracy that is sending our money over to, you know, Iraq for, you know, Sesame Street, $20 million for one episode, for example. Or
the United States government increasing
for example,
the prices that Americans are paying on an average basis?
Well, yeah, when inflation goes up, cost goes up. All right, even with these war, for example,
the United States government is controlling the prices as far as consumer goods.
Well, they're raising the cost of living for the average American by overspending.
I need you to answer that question directly. Is the United States government raising the price of consumer goods?
Yes.
How?
By overspending and hyperinflating our economy.
That's not true.
By what they're doing.
That's not true.
Absolutely.
That's literally not true.
Look,
you can talk about the impact. You can talk about the impacts as far as inflation that has, as far as additional costs. And hell, you can even talk about the fact that Donald Trump has implemented tariffs that has shifted the tax burden and caused Americans to pay more. But when you talk about the actual price control, you look at the actual companies, the capitalistic entities within our country that continue to raise prices to exorbitant amounts. And this is not me just saying this. This is literally the companies saying that when there is any sense of inflation, they are making the decision to increase prices and what is called, increase prices, which has led to price gouging. Like literally, we have multiple records of price gouging across the United States of America. And we could talk about Kroger, where their CEO went in front of the House and testified that there was a collective effort during COVID where they knew that prices were going to increase some because of inflation and because of the issue with the supply chain. And so they artificially inflated their prices to ensure that they receive more profits. They literally admitted to that. Or we can talk about the lawsuit that's occurring where a multitude of renting businesses or whatever, not landlords, but businesses have been using this software that allows them to artificially inflate the price of the places they're looking to rent. It gives them the information of the actual markets in their area.
Okay,
it tells them which houses to actually, or not houses, but listings to actually say is not available. And then they can increase their profits and drive the actual prices up. So the premise behind the United States government, yes, there is a hand in it, but we are not talking about the price gouging that occurs from these corporations due to capitalism and due to the requirement of actually increasing profit margins.
Okay, so what you're talking about is greed. And now if you're acting like greed doesn't exist in socialistic countries or in socialism in itself, you're sadly mistaken. Greed is just greed, Santana. But what you can't do is deny people the freedom that they want to do with their money. And that's ideally why I am against socialism. I don't believe in Social Security. I don't think I should have to pay for a bunch of fucking boomers retirements because I don't want Social Security. I don't even want it. I don't care for it. Okay. I'm growing my business to the point where I don't want that shit. Don't need that.
None of that actually adds to the debate. Can you please stay on point? I don't
Yes,
care
it
about
does.
your
Yes, it does. Because you're taking my money that I want to keep. I don't want to pay into Social Security at all, but I have to. I may not even ever get any of it.
Like literally, you sitting here saying that, oh, I don't want to pay into Social Security, literally speaks to
I don't
the
believe
fact
it's going to
that
benefit me, Santana.
literally speaks to the point of capitalism driving to profits instead of benefiting everyday Americans. You're literally missing the fucking point. But besides, I don't care about you crying. I want you to stick to directly what I said. I'm talking about corporate price gouging. Can you please address corporate price gouging?
I just did.
You didn't. You whined and complained about having to pay for Social Security.
most of the time, businesses have 350% markups on their products. Like they're just being greedy, bro. At the end of the
Which
day,
is a
Santana,
product of capitalism.
Okay, whatever. But at the end of the day, my grandfather never made more than $20 an hour. He was able to buy 2 homes in Chicago, 5 cars, and raise a family
When
of
did
3.
he buy those 2 homes in Chicago's and all this other shit? When was that?
1960.
1960. So that was prior to Reagan, right? That was prior to Reagan?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. What happened prior to Reagan and then after Reagan as far as the cost of living and everything?
Well, I would like to address what has happened since then.
No,
right?
Yeah, that's fine. I just need, but you brought this point up, so I want to specifically just answer this question. What was the inflection point that occurred under Reagan?
You said what was the what under Reagan? Sorry,
what was the inflection point that occurred under Reagan?
Well, I wasn't around during Reagan's time.
You didn't have to. I wasn't either, and I know what happened.
Okay, so there was basically, there's a lot of economic prosperity underneath Reagan.
There wasn't. Can you tell me what the inflection point occurred under Reagan? Because you're talking about like what you can do today versus what your grandpa did and all this other stuff. Why was it that prior to Reagan, your grandpa could have a 2-level house, a white picket fence, a wife, 2.5 kids, a golden retriever, a family across the city, and all of the shit he's affording at being a milkman? But after Reagan, he couldn't do that.
Easy.
Why?
Because he wasn't living in an economy that was spending $400 million every hour it didn't have. Yes.
No.
You do realize we spend $400 million.
I understand how much we're spending. That's not the reason. You're literally running. That's not the reason.
No, I'm making a valid point.
Fine. It's fine. I'll answer the question because you don't want to lose. So the inflection point that occurred under Reagan was the premise of trickle-down economics. Prior to Ronald Reagan, the federal minimum wage and the cost of living literally ran parallel. So as the cost of living continued to rise, the federal minimum wage continued to rise. And so people could have sustainability off of one job in an entire house. You didn't even have to have 2 people working a job in the house. You could have one person sustain an entire house. After trickle-down economics, Reaganomics, and the actual implementation of his economic policies, which gave money to the corporations and the ultra-wealthy, they then started to drive towards profit margins within the capitalist society and ensuring that businesses made more money. And so what happened was the cost of living continued to skyrocket. And since Reagan, the actual federal minimum wage has only increased 1 time. Literally, once we took a shift in the economic position and people no longer wanted to ensure that the people had the money, and they shifted towards the businesses, the corporations, and the ultra wealthy having the money, then people stop having affordability and being able to live in society. That's the inflection point. That's why your grandpa was able to do that shit and people can't do it now.
Okay, again, since 1980, if we want to get into like, numbers and stuff, global extreme poverty fell about from 42%.
What does that have to
like
do with the United States of America?
A lot.
No, talk about the United States of America. We're not talking about global poverty. We're talking about the United States of America.
Yeah, but it's in regards as a reflection due to our capitalistic ideas.
Talk about the United States of America, because I'm not talking about capital. I didn't say capitalism is bad for the world.
I literally just told you why people are having a hard time right now affording things.
I said your statement around the global poverty rate has nothing to do specifically with the United States poverty rate.
I understand. So basically, also, since the Free Trade Act of 1971 underneath Nixon, the idea is we're going to sell 1 million toothbrushes to China for $1, we're going to make $1 million. However, it was China that ended up making the toothbrushes and selling it to us. So that's another thing too. So when you ship your jobs overseas also, like manufacturing, the deindustrialization of America since the 1960s, yeah, obviously you're going to have a lot of people losing their jobs and poverty is going to go up 100%. Okay, now that is again me saying that our bureaucrats, our bureaucracy, our politicians selling us out once again. Okay, they don't care about you. They don't care about me. Your Democrats care more about fucking like transitioning 12-year-olds now.
I don't give a fuck about your underscoring of transphobia. I need you to lock the fuck in.
Transphobia.
Like seriously,
no, that's just facts,
I need you to lock the fuck in. You're running. Why are you all running today? Why are you all running today? The question that I had was, why is it that we live in the richest country on earth and we have the highest GDP, but yet our poverty continues to increase? The standard of living is going in a negative direction. You tried to go back and talk about your grandpa. I made the point that there was an inflection point that shifted from the reality that your grandpa lived in to the reality that we live in today. And instead of addressing any of that, you want to talk about, quote unquote, well, the Democrats and the politicians and they're transitioning kids and da-da-da-da-da. Like, lock the fuck in. We're talking about the only reason that I gave you this history lesson was to make a point on something that you brought up, but I want you to address the disparities that we see within our society today. Talk about the problems that we are having within our society today, where we are the richest country on earth, yet the standard of living is low, the cost of goods continue to rise, and Americans can't even afford a $500 unplanned emergency.
I don't know about you. I'm doing pretty good. You look.
I don't care about you as an individual. You live in a society. Talk about the whole of America. You keep running and talking about shit that means nothing. I don't care about you. I'm talking about us as a society.
I think on a majority, Americans are doing good, man.
How do you quantify that? Because all of the other metrics say that we're not.
Like literally, we're still the highest consuming nation in the world. I mean, we're kicking ass all over the place.
Again, how do you quantify that? Because again, the cost of living is up, while the wages earned are not meeting the pace of the increase of cost of living. Meaning, we're the things are costing more than we're making as far as money, and most Americans, I think I can pull up the exact percentage if you need it, but it's somewhere around 60 to 70%.
You know why?
I'm still going to finish my sentence. 60 to 70% of Americans cannot afford a unexpected $500 emergency.
Yes. And the reason why is because our government is too big. They're spending too much money, and we're floating the fucking interest only on our payments. That's it. And it's really just driving the cost of everyday Americans' living situation up dramatically.
It's literally a product of capitalism.
Well, yes and no.
Yes.
What it's a product of,
it's literally a product of capitalism.
No. It's a product of corrupt government officials.
It's literally a product of capitalism. You can look through capitalistic societies throughout the history of the world and see that this is a natural progression of capitalism. The difference between what's happening currently in the United States of America and any other capitalistic society that has existed is that the United States of America is speed running the shit. We are literally speed running capitalism, which at the end of capitalism comes violent revolution. The United States of America is not doing anything outside of the construct of capitalism except expediting what's happening. So again, you sitting here pretending as if it's just the government completely negates the exploitation of resources, intelligence, and information from those actual people that continue to make gains and gouge the American people. Elon Musk is a prime example of that.
Elon Musk also is creating innovative technologies that could possibly put mankind further into space and the cosmos than anything else ever before. He's literally producing.
Elon Musk is a billionaire that was a trillionaire, but his IPO was shit, and they realized it. So he's a billionaire again. Elon Musk is the richest man on earth that made his fortune based off of exploitation, and then while also exploiting people, literally lied and told people, "Hey, if you bring me a plan to end world hunger, I will finance it." Well, someone brought him a fully fleshed out plan to end world hunger. He turned around and was like, "Nah, I don't want to do that shit." Elon Musk is someone who has lived off of government subsidies, and not just the United States government, but Elon Musk has contracts with the United States government, with the government of Russia, with the government of China. Elon Musk is literally someone who has built his fortune off of blood emeralds and government subsidies. So he's been able to win capitalism while at the same time we have American soldiers who have fought for our country, who have put their lives on the line for our country, who have lost limbs and comrades for our country, who are living on the streets, unhoused, and can't even afford shoes. But Elon Musk can become the first ever trillionaire.
And he was able to do that in a capitalist society.
That's not good when you look at the inverse. So you think we should have trillionaires when we have soldiers in the streets of America that don't even have shoes? Is that what you're saying?
Control your impulses. How many people does he employ? And how many people is
Answer the question.
Oh my God.
Answer the question.
I'm not going to answer the question, dude.
Why? Why won't you answer the question?
Because you're missing. You're definitely missing the whole point. About this
No. Because I brought this up, and then you said that's because of a capitalistic society. I brought up the point that our capitalistic society created the first ever trillionaire, while at the same time having veterans who served our country unhoused, without shoes, in our streets. And
so you're blaming Elon Musk for that? That makes no sense, bro. Are you just mad because he's more successful than you and me? I don't understand.
Capitalism requires that. I literally just talked about how Elon Musk has lived off of government subsidies and grants. The passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill is what allowed Elon Musk to become a trillionaire. Who did it hurt?
Well, those subsidies and grants don't those fall in line with your socialistic ideas?
Who did the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill?
Either.
Who did the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill while skyrocketing Elon Musk to becoming the first ever trillionaire? Who did it actually hurt? Who did they take away from in order for Elon to get those government subsidies?
Taxpayers.
Those very people that we're talking about. Those very people. So you sit here and say, "Oh, are you just jealous of Elon for being able to actually be more successful?" No. The point that I brought up, right, is the veterans that are unhoused, who don't have shoes. But the direct link is the number one driver for people becoming unhoused is medical debt.
Wait, so
right?
You care about veterans?
The number one driver when people become unhoused is medical debt. And there has been massive cuts to Medicaid and Medicare, including 17 million Americans getting kicked off of healthcare coverage. 466 rural hospitals are on track to close by the end of this year that actually serve 6.6 million Americans and employ 275,000 Americans. It is forcing people onto the streets, and directly our veterans are disproportionately impacted by that and by the cuts that occurred to the VA, including the suicide hotline prevention that was cut for our veterans. Literally the One Big Beautiful Bill that plunge Elon Musk into becoming a trillionaire directly negative impacted these people that I was just talking about. It's not about quote unquote hating on Elon. It's saying that capitalism requires for anyone to be able to achieve that amount of unseen wealth, then people have to suffer. And the people that are suffering are our men and women in uniforms. It is everyday Americans. It's everyone else who is not a winner of capitalism.
Okay, so let's talk about the VA got expanded underneath Trump, and he actually increased the military's pay. He did.
The VA did not get expanded, and every president increases the military's pay.
The VA benefit, yes, he did absolutely expand the VA. Yes.
Prove it.
Sure. You want me to bring up all the VA expansions?
Yes, I want you to give me the expansions to the VA, because Donald Trump and the One Big Beautiful Bill had massive cuts to the VA, including staff, and including what I specifically just talked about, which was the prevention hotline that was that's used by millions of veterans. There's a multitude of cuts that occurred to the VA under Donald Trump with the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill.
Since you care about veterans, do you care about the J6 veteran who just killed himself?
You're literally running. You said that Donald Trump, no, we're not talking about individual veterans. I don't give a fuck about the J6ers. I'm talking about the actual cuts that are occurring. You said that Donald Trump expanded VA benefits. I said that he has cut a multitude of VA benefits. You're supposed to be proving that he expanded it and not the cuts. And now you're trying to pivot to something else. No, you can't run. I want you to be where your feet are, and your feet are right here with me.
Okay, ready? Here we go. So Donald Trump, okay.
Give me the name of your source, and then give me the title, and I will pull it up.
Okay, He did. Just type it up.
No,
okay?
no.
34
give me,
new
no,
VA
no.
facilities.
Give me the, hey, you're literally trying to do some bullshit. Give me the name of your source and then the title, and I will pull it up. So the way you do that, right, is saying the name of the source is the New York Times. The title is A, B, or C.
All right, department.va for one.
Okay, give me a second here. I'm going to pull it up. What's the title?
VA is making major improvements during the second Trump administration.
And
that's the name.
Department.va.
Department.va.
And you said the title is, one more time, sorry.
VA is making major improvements during the second Trump administration.
Major
improvements.
Second, dang it. Second Trump administration. Okay, 1 second here. All right. I'm not seeing that. I see. Are you referring to the one that says it's April 15th, 2026? It says VA announced major improvements.
Yeah, it's from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs.
Okay,
President
so
Trump, VA is making major improvements during the second Trump administration. The backlog of veterans awaiting for VA benefits is down.
Hold on. I don't need you to read that all. Why are you just like randomly reading shit? I'm trying to get you.
Because our president's doing good shit, bro, and you're fucking slandering him left.
Shut up. Now you're still running.
Bro,
like
Trump
if
is a
your
good
source,
president, bro,
wait, if that's no. If that was true, then why are you so scared of giving me your source? If I'm literally sitting here trying to make sure that I have your source, why would you run? Why would you run? Why would you run?
Department.va.
Stop it. So I need to know. I don't see what you told me. I don't see what you typed in. But I do see.
Type in your little search.
I need you to stop crashing. What you said didn't come up. But I said, are you referring to the one that says April the 15th?
I'm done debating.
Then run, you. I don't care. Listen, slur to run. You fucking, you're a liar and you ran. You're a liar and you ran. Literally a liar and you ran. This is why he's a joke. And this is why he ran. He's a joke and he ran because he was fucking cooked and he took the actual route of slurring or trying to slur as he ran. But that still doesn't stop the fucking proof that we have. This is from the Center of Budget and Policy Priorities. Veterans have bore Trump administration deep cuts to federal personnel. Trump administration has radically slashed federal civilian workforce, sidestepping Congress and causing disruptions, slowdowns, and fragility in a range of critical public services that people and communities depend on. Veterans have been affected by these cuts, both as members of the federal workforce and as recipients of federal health care and other benefits available to them based on service, right? So this goes on to talk about the actual amount of veterans that have lost their jobs. This talks about their impacts to health care. This talks about the cuts with VA employees. This talks about the actual reductions of nurse and medical staff. And this talks about like the impacts of the veteran affairs across the countries where it's mostly impacted. Like literally, they have a complete breakdown of how Donald Trump has negatively impacted veterans with his cuts. So the guy, you were literally just lying and you know for a fact that you didn't have anything. You're fucking cooked. You're fucking cooked, and you're a coward. That's why you slurred to run. You're fucking cooked, and you're a coward. W's in the chat for me. W's in the chat for me. Speaking of W's, I got a couple of thank yous that I got to get to. W's in the chat for Kylie for the $1 donation. Oh, yeah. No, Joe was insufferable, and it was absolutely done in Kruger. W's in the chat for Rainey. Hey, Rainey, for the $25 donation. Rainey said, because I know black man work is not free, and you put in work. Love you and your wrinkly brain. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you, Rainey. W's in the chat for Rainey. W's in the chat for Barbara for the $20 donation. Said, hi, Santana. FYI, the Kentucky Republican legislator took away Bashir's ability to appoint temporary representation in 2024. He must call a special. Wait, is that real? I thought the Constitution gave governors the power to do that. If that's real, holy fuck, that's crazy. W's in the chat for Danielle for the $2 donation. Holy shit, I see that. W's in the chat. Thank you so much for that, Danielle. W's in the chat for Phil for the $2 donation. Yeah, the highest Phil, that's right. 1960, they were literally taxing the millionaires and billionaires to the point of being able to sustain the life of everyday Americans. Fucking W's in the chat for Phil. W's in the chat for Met for the $2 Canadian. Congress is making really, I gotta look into that. W's in the chat. Thank you so much for the $2 Canadian super chat. Let's see here. W's in the chat for Mr. Flinch for the $5 super chat. Gob is essay, whoever the person is. Get in the debate box since you keep spewing bullshit. Debate Santana right now. I'm calling you out. They won't. All they do is run, cry, and hide. They literally run, cry, and hide, and they get so pissed off when I hold their feet to the fire. When I tell them, give me a source, prove what you're saying, they absolutely refuse to do it. They absolutely fucking refuse to do it. They refuse to do it. W's in the chat again for Jared for the $25 donation. Jared has been fucking going off. W's in the chat for Jared. Thank you so much for the 25. Also, veterans are 25% of VA employees. So the cut to fundings, they're cutting veterans' jobs. Facts. W's in the chat for other Jared for $1 donation. Ooh, so that was unconstitutional. Jared said that was unconstitutional, so they couldn't do that. Holy shit. W's in the chat for Straw Hat. What up, Straw Hat? Thank you so much for the one over on Twitch. Sorry, let's see here. Thank you for Courtney's for the one cheered bit. I want to read that out. Read that one out. W's in the chat for Humanity for subscribing over on Twitch. And W's in the chat for Cool Cat, who sent one cheered bit. Of course, he slurred and ran when he was stuck. Like, it's mind-blowing that they do that shit. But that's who they are. That's what they're about. Like, literally, that's who they are. That's what they're about. W's in the chat for Joseph. What up, Joseph, for the $10 donation, saying, shout out to you. And as always, I try to keep the AI slop away. But this weekend at Bernie's Clips with Mitch McConnell has me dared. I know that's right. They have been funny as fuck. W's in the chat for Anthony for the $2 donation, saying for a solid day's work. I appreciate you, Anthony. I appreciate you. We like fucking put in work. Absolutely. Hey guys, look up at the top. If you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Hit that follow button. We got 138 new followers on the stream, but we are trying to get to 200,000 followers. So please hit that follow button, turn on notifications. We go live all the time, and I absolutely need you. So please hit that follow button, turn on notifications. W's in chat for Unknown for the $2 donation. Didn't get it cut out. Hold on. Look at Fox News article published today about the veteran bill that's being held hostage by Trump. Yeah, like he's doing. Yeah, I saw that, and he's doing that in a multitude of ways. Like, that's who he is, and that's what he does. W's in chat for Trey for the $5 super chat to say 46 states allow it. Kentucky, North Dakota, Rhode Island, and Wisconsin bar governors from appointing. I'm gonna have to look into that because, like, I've gotten a little bit of conflicting information, and Like I think that there's something to that. So I want to see what happened. W's in the chat for Met for the $5 Canadian. Please, when reading my oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna is that Metalaser? Like I'm bad with the YouTube names because the YouTubes like you guys do do weird names. But Dub's in the chat. Thank you so much for the 5. I'll try to make sure I get that corrected. I appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you so much for that $5 donation. You are absolutely awesome. All right, guys, listen. I'm 5 minutes over. I gotta call it. And the reason being is because I'm going big game blagger hunting. Big game blagger hunting. You guys will know what that means really, really soon. But I gotta go hunt some blagger. FYI, it's gonna be a massacre. FYI, I plan on metal. W's in the chat for metal. Got it for the $2 super chat. Yeah, I got to get ready because at the top of the hour, I got to be somewhere. So it's going to be fun. And I'm locked in. Sorry that it was a shorter live today, but it was a lot of fun. W's in chat for Jared for the 1. Looking at section 152 of Kentucky State's Constitution. I'm going to check that out for sure. Anyway. We got to get out of here. I don't know if I'll be back on later this evening. It's going to depend on like how everything happens. And then after that, I'll definitely be on in the morning for sure. But, you know, we got some stuff that we got to do. And I'm going big game MAGA hunt. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to fuck them up. I'm just going to let you guys know I'm going to fuck them up. We're just going to do it. So before you guys go, boom, hit that follow button, turn on notifications so you know when we go live all the time. Let's hit this outro. Let's go, guys.
You stepped in a box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats to get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit. Yeah, step in if you
Hey, sorry, that was a little bit harder. So W's in the chat for test. W's in the chat for test with $5 donation test. I think pretty soon. Honestly, if I'm going to keep it real, I think they're going to be saying that like really, really soon. Anyway, guys, we're out of here. Wish me luck. I'm about to go get active. I'm about to go get active, guys. I love you. Thank you all for hanging out today. Thank you for all the gifts, taps, likes, shares. Thank you all for being absolutely amazing. Thank you all for being you. I love you all. It is always peace.